one of the things that I'm going to ask you to think about as far as your resumes, when you think about your resumes, do you have your resumes organized so you're providing a list of not really what you did for specific jobs, but the accomplishments for each job? And by that I mean, do you have facts? Do you have data? Do you have results? Things that are going to provide an employer a better picture of what you're capable of. If there's some way that if you can look at your resume and think about the things that you've done, might have been your past position, your past internship, or even maybe a class project where you were able to deliver some sort of result, something that could give the employer a better understanding, again, of what you're capable of. That's really the goal of what the resume is about. Does that make sense? So most employers, what we're really looking for, can you get the job done? Okay, simple enough. Secondly, because you're recent college grads, we're looking for, can you expand our minds? Do you extend the thinking of the current organization that the employer has? Because as recent college graduates, you've been exposed to a lot more things than perhaps we as the corporation may have. So you may bring in some great ideas that we'd love to hear about. We love to think about the what ifs. What if we did this? Or what if we could do that? Those are the kinds of things that we're looking for in a candidate. And then thirdly, and this is kind of important, is can you get along with the team? So we already have established teams in our organization. There's a certain kind of vibe, certain kind of gelling that needs to happen. Do you have that kind of personality that's going to fit in really well? The second thing is, this is going to sound silly, but be really careful about spelling and grammar mistakes. I know it sounds really obvious, and I hate to bring it up, but I find these all the time. And I have a background in marketing communications, so it's a bad habit of mine to go through and pick out the spelling mistakes, pick out the grammar mistakes. And with the software, options that we have, whether you're using Microsoft Word or whatever the preference might be, there's no need to have spelling mistakes, So, or even if just have a friend take a look at it and just see, if they can find anything, because that really doesn't look that great if you have spelling and grammar mistakes. I don't care about font. Again, as long as I can read it and I can understand what it is that you have on your resume, that's really the most important thing. Length is important. I won't lie. I won't read anything beyond 3 pages. I myself don't have anything beyond 2 pages. So secondly, the other thing that I was going to bring up is the ubiquitous objective statement. I'm just going to be very honest, open kimono here, my 2 cents. I'm not a big fan. My feeling about the objective statement is, your objective is to find a job. That's why you're here, right? I get that. That's cool. For me, I sort of feel like if you have that there, you're wasting real estate of that 2 pages that we just talked about. For me, I would much rather you talk to me about your objective statement when we meet over the phone or face-to-face, and that's kind of your elevator pitch that you give me, right? So for me, that space on the resume with the objective statement, that I think would be better served if you had perhaps a summary of your qualifications. So if, the job description, bullets, market research, particular software, things that you yourself have in your background, that is something that I would call out not only in the cover letter but also within the resume itself, so that it really stands out and really says, yes, I'm qualified for this job. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to say about resumes is, and I know this is going to sound silly, but I will say it anyway, is please don't lie. Please don't lie about your accomplishments. Don't even embellish. The truth will come out, and when it does, it just doesn't